Hi everyone, welcome to Value. So today we're looking at AST SpaceMobile, and this stock is up 50% all in one day, which is pretty crazy. So why is this stock up so much? Like, it's just not today. If you look at the stock chart, back in May, the stock was just over $2, and to think that it's at 31, 36 today, that's pretty crazy. And you know, part of that was a raise of over $10 today alone. So today alone was 5 times what it was back in May. So why is the market so excited about this stock? Well, firstly, there's one company that you've all heard of, and it's called Starlink, and it connects everyone around the globe using its satellites, which is pretty unique. So there's no other really rivals to that company. So now pops a company called AST SpaceMobile. And these guys are basically nearly at the commercial stage. Basically, they've got 5 commercial satellites targeted for dedicated orbital launch in the first half of September. And that's basically going to allow them to go commercial. So that's going to change the game, change the nature of everything in a way. So these guys are very focused on mobile, so in a way they're only overlapping on Starlink by a little bit. Starlink is very focused on kind of more kind of like larger physical locations, whereas these guys are mobile phones. Like Starlink still, you know, offers services to mobile phones, but not in the way that these guys will, in a sense. So in that sense, you can kind of imagine the value around this type of company. So in terms of the value, like the market cap close to $8.5 billion. So the valuation is fairly high in that sense. But if they actually achieve what they do, then it's a worthy valuation. But I don't know how much more it's going to go up. Like, in my mind, if they're successful at what they do, potentially they're worth in that 10 to 15 billion like range, because these guys have been very successful in getting contracts with over 40 mobile operators. So you can imagine how dominant they will be. But of course, they've got to slowly grow, they've got to increase those revenues over time, and that takes time. But the market's looking at this company and thinking, it's such a unique company, we can't let it go. We all want into this company, and they're all jumping in right now, which is, you know, it's kind of one of those things that everyone's pretty slow and very cautious, and they're all waiting for that September launch to see how things go. But then someone goes, actually I want to get in, and someone else goes, I want to get in, and all of a sudden the stock is flying, like today at over 50%. So you kind of get where it's going, you know. The question is, does it have more fuel in there, or will it just come back down? Because we're still like a month away before the launches happen. And if those satellites don't go as planned, or there's a delay, then yeah, you're going to see the stock price come back quite a bit. You know, market does not like to be disappointed, and especially when it's up this much. You know, it's the way things go in the market. But if things continue to go well, then you could see the stock continue to do well. But of course, I think this is kind of a really risky play, but it's a trending play. So like if you're into stock trading, you kind of know what happens. You know, stock is in play, everyone wants to get in, but once it loses its flavor, it kind of sinks back down. So you don't want to be caught in that situation where you're buying the stock for, you know, and hoping that everything goes well, and you're not watching the value of it. Of course, if you're in it for a few years, potentially that's okay, assuming no problems. So in a way, I find this valuation builds in a lot of good things that, you know, it's already factoring that these satellite launches will be successful. And we don't know how successful these launches will be, or if there's going to be any delays. So that's the kind of thing. Markets always building towards perfection, especially in a commercial kind of like you know, the way they operate. They don't like to be disappointed, and you kind of, like, the more you read about this company, the more you kind of feel like, yeah, like there's a lot of backing for this company. Like Google, Vodafone, AT&T have all backed this company. Like if they they're got a Verizon is giving them 100 million in commitments, including 65 million in commercial prepayments and 35 million in convertible notes. So if you look at these companies and going, yeah, AT&T is giving them 100 million, obviously not really entirely giving, because 65 is in commercial prepayments for the services, and 35 million is sort of like a loan in terms of convertible notes. So yeah, you can kind of imagine that, hey, if AT&T wants to invest in this company, maybe they have something pretty good. And that's kind of what the market's also looking at. So if these guys are going to do what they do, what they say they're going to do, then yeah, things could look pretty good. In terms of what they're doing, they're trying to basically offer a US nationwide non-continuous service with 5,600 plus mobiles in premium low spectrum. So when you look at that, you kind of go, aren't those numbers quite tiny? In a way, yes, but at the same time, they're gonna build on that. This is the first 5 satellites, and they will continue to build on this and grow their network. The thing is, they got to just prove that things work. At the minute they prove they can really do this commercially, the market is going to love the company, because it's doing something that Starlink is doing, and everyone wanted to buy in Starlink for so long that everyone's getting impatient around that. They all want a piece of that pie. They know it's going to be a large pie in the future, and it's going to be worth a lot. So of course you buy the next best one, which is AST SpaceMobile, which is not commercial yet but has a chance to get there. And so far they've proven a lot of good things. They've got hundreds of millions in terms of money that they can use. So they don't lack money at the moment. They can grow at all the momentum that they have. And basically it all looks pretty good so far. Yeah, so do I imagine 50% is a lot in one day? It is a lot in one day. But it is what is kind of justifying the excitement about the market. Market wants to look for a stock or a trend that is looking good, and I found this company that is on the abyss of sending 5 satellites into space. Let me know if you got any questions or comments below. Until then, good luck investing, everyone.